card reading, or welcome if you're here for the first time. How are you? I hope you all are doing so good. So today's reading is the late night thoughts about you, and I didn't want this to be like some sort of clickbait. Like, I didn't do this like with the intention of any messages being like sexual, like whatever thoughts come out, okay? So I just wanted to throw that out there. So yeah, we have 3 groups for you to choose from. You have group 1, 2, and 3. If you want to pause the video to choose whichever group is calling out to you, feel free to do so, but I shall see you in your reading. Hey, if you chose the first group, this reading is for you. So the person on your mind, what are their late night thoughts about you, okay? So I'll start off with your tarot cards and then we'll do these other ones. Okay, so what are their late night thoughts about you? So we have here 2 of Swords upright, 3 of Wands upright, and the Knight of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so what are their late night thoughts about you? So their late night thoughts about you. I feel like they think you're indecisive about them. Maybe they think about, for some of you, they think they may be sending you the wrong message. For some of you, they maybe think they're sending you mixed signals as well. If you resonate with this, some of you, they also maybe think you're sending them mixed signals. I feel like at night, they maybe think about how confusing things may be between you both at times. For some of you, they think about you being confusing, maybe your actions being confusing. It's like, I don't know, maybe actions not matching words, or actions not matching feelings or thoughts, or whatever it may be. But yeah, for some of you, they could also think about you being analytical. They think at times they should postpone something. For some of you, maybe this is postponing like travel plans. For some of you, maybe the connection, if that resonates for you. But I do see that there is this desire for you, like they want you and they want to move forward with you, but there's a block at the moment. So unfortunately, they can't move forward. This could be as a whole, like moving forward with you as a whole, or it could be in regards to, something more specific that you're aware of. So it's like at night, they think about delaying something, or just creating a delay, or putting something on hold for a little while. I feel like at night they think a lot about you both traveling together, maybe traveling with you, traveling towards you, say if there's distance between you both at this moment. So at night they think about how they are happy with the choice they made. For some of you, this could be maybe obvious to your situation what choice this was. But for others of you, maybe this is in regards to a choice to stay, like stay put somewhere, or just stay in some situation. They think about you both being a good team, or that you both would make a great team together. They think about your connection going the distance. They think about the potential of your connection. Like they think about maybe the future of your connection, maybe what that would look like for you both. I feel like at night they think about you both enjoying freedom together. It's like the same thrill you might get if you were to run away with someone. It's like that's what they think about. Maybe a fantasy of theirs, of you both just running away together. But they do think about enjoying freedom with you, For others of you, maybe they think about you both moving abroad or relocating somewhere. But it's like at night they think about the efforts they've made, and they feel like the efforts that they have made so far are kind of like paying off. It's like I'm getting the results I wanted. But I do get the sense that they do feel impatient, maybe at times, maybe with the momentum of things. At late at night, I feel like they could think or reminisce or think back on the broken commitments or promises they made, maybe promises they made to themselves, or in regards to your connection, or the promises that they actually made to you. Um, but yeah, they think about having more fun with you. They thinking they think about getting you out of your comfort zone as well. Just having fun with you, I guess. And for others of you, it's like they think about giving you clarity in some way, you know? So, what are the late night thoughts about you? So, it says here, Angel, tap into your higher wisdom. And it also has purse, wallet, pursue your true wealth. So, at night, this person thinks about how they should trust themselves a bit more when it comes to this connection. They think about your innocence as well. Maybe they feel like there's an innocence to you. Maybe um, they think about how kind or how sweet you've been, maybe towards them. I want to say that for some of you, there could be, and please don't take this the wrong way, but there could be like, or in their perspective, like a naive quality to you, but it's endearing, you know? It's like, I don't want to say childlike, but you know how, I don't know. I hope that makes sense to someone anyway, or maybe not, who knows. But yeah, for some of you, there is like a naive quality to you that they find really endearing, and they think about that. So with this card, I feel like they think about pursuing you. So it says here, pursue your true wealth. And it's like they almost see you as this wealth or some sort of end goal, or having a future with you. And they think about pursuing that with you, or pursuing something more specific with you. But they feel like you guys would be good together. Maybe you feel like you guys would be a successful unit together. For some of you, they just think about you both maybe being really abundant together as well. Okay, so what are the late night thoughts about you? So we have live in the moment. What you are looking for is with you, okay? And we also have slow down to relax, okay? Oh, okay. So for some of you, they think about like taking the connection with you slowly. But for others of you, it's like they think about trusting themselves a bit more. And it's like living in the moment. They think about that. But it's almost like living in the moment where it's like if I have a thought or if I want to do something, then I'm just going to do it. So it's like maybe they think about having a bit more faith in themselves and their thoughts and their desires for this connection, and maybe being a bit more open with you in regards to that. But they do think about living in the moment with you, having fun with you. Yeah. So what are their late night thoughts? So we have this connection will forever affect me. So they think about how maybe your connection will impact them for quite a long time, regardless of what direction your connection goes in. They feel like you either have already, or this connection will definitely play a huge role in their life in some way. So we have here, I'm worried you don't feel the same. So for some of you, this person maybe thinks about, I want to say your feelings not adding up. It's like maybe, I don't know. For some of you, they could be worried that you don't feel the same way as them. One second. For some of you, they could think about your feelings for them being unrequited, where they maybe don't feel like you have the same level of attraction or, you know, feelings for them as they do for you. So we have here, I deserve better. For some of you, they could, you know, at night think about how they deserve better in some way. For some of you, this could be in regards to the direction, maybe the speed, maybe even the hiccups your connection has had up until this point. So we have here, you are so strong, but you don't have to do this alone. So for some of you, this person thinks about leaning on you in some way. Not leaning on you like I have the intention on like leaning on you, but it's almost like maybe I go through a lot in life on my own, and it's almost like having that support, you know, knowing that someone's there that has your back, or you know, you can count on them or lean on them, or just, you know, a shoulder, you know what I mean? So for some of you, this person, you know, maybe thinks about whether or not um you know, you could be that for them. But for others of you, they already think you are that for them, or you have the potential to be that for them, to be that kind of rock, maybe it would be a better term. But yeah. So we have here, I want to break our energetic bond. So for some of you, this person really does feel conflicted. And I feel like if any of you resonate with maybe there being miscommunications between you both, or just communication hasn't been easy, maybe, you know, the path that you've both been on in this connection hasn't been easy. Maybe there's been a lot of ups and downs, maybe a lot of, you know, false hope or hope and then having it, you know, pulled back. I don't know. But for some of you, if you resonate with kind of being on that roller coaster, then for some of you, this person maybe does think about breaking their energetic bond with you. But for others of you, maybe it's because they don't feel like their feelings are reciprocated. But there is some sort of mixed signal, there is some sort of misunderstanding. And for some of you, they think about clearing or giving you clarity in general, or clearing up a misunderstanding that, you know, maybe between you both. But I don't know, it's almost like I want our connection to move forward, but I don't know, maybe there's blocks here for some of you. Maybe you are aware of what these blocks are, maybe for some of you you're not. But yeah, there is this heavy conflict that this person feels or thinks about. Maybe a conflict of interest for some of you. I don't know. So yeah, so we have, do you feel the same, or is it just me? So for some of you, there is a lot of confusion about maybe how you feel about them. So we have here selfish. You know, this with this one, I don't know, it could go both ways. For some of you, they think that maybe there's been times where they've been selfish, but for others of you, it's like maybe they feel like you've been selfish in a way. For some of you, maybe they feel like you don't make much effort, or they think like the efforts made between you both is just like mismatched, or just imbalanced. Is that the right word? But yeah. So we have, you want to be on my team. So for some of you, this person thinks about you being on their team in some way. Like, yeah, okay, yeah. I could waffle on all day, but I will not. So we have, my mind is elsewhere. For some of you, they feel like your mind is elsewhere, or they think about your mind being elsewhere, maybe when they speak to you or when they see you. Maybe they feel like you're maybe a little bit distracted in some way. And finally, we have, fuck me now. Okay, so for some of you, they think also about being intimate with you. Maybe, I I don't want to say aggressively intimate, but do you know when it's like, really passionate and it's kind of like living in the moment kind of energy? Do you know what I'm saying? Anyways, but that is all I have for you, group one. I hope this could make sense for you. I hope it could be helpful in some way. And I'm wishing you all the best on your journeys moving forward, all right? So take care of yourselves. Bye. Hello, if you chose the second group, these here crystals, then this reading is for you. Welcome. I hope you all are doing so good. So the person on your mind, what are their late night thoughts about you? We'll start off with your tarot cards, okay? So we have the Nine of Wands reversed, Eight of Cups reversed, and the Sun reversed. Okay, let's see. What are their late night thoughts about you? So the first thing I hear with this group is like 2 steps forward and 1 step back. So for some of you, they could think at night a lot about how maybe there's been, forward movement in your connection, but then there's like, some backward steps being taken. So it's like, maybe a constant like back and forth between you both, or just a connection going through, ups and downs. For some of you, they think at night about all the hurdles that they had to jump, maybe in order to pursue you, maybe hurdles that you are aware of or that you're not aware of, maybe hurdles that you put there, who knows, But for some of you, they think about backing off, or they think about retreating. For some of you, it's like they think at night about maybe putting the ball in your court in some way. For some of you, they could think about walking away at times, or maybe they feel like you want to walk away, or that you have walked away. For some of you, I'm hearing they could think about the last time they saw you, maybe the impact that I don't want to say, maybe that situation or that moment left. For some of you, it's like they think about you not being interested, maybe interested in them, maybe interested in kids, or having more kids for some of you, or having a more traditional home life. Maybe this is like indefinitely, but for some of you, maybe it's just at the moment. For some of you, they could think that you're not keen on settling down right now. They could also think that maybe you're closed off in some way. Or maybe they think about how guarded you have been in some way. For some of you, they think that sometimes your happiness or your optimism isn't real. So for some of you, maybe they think that maybe you fake happiness sometimes, for whatever reason. For some of you at night, they sometimes think that maybe there's something about you that they believe is or would be hard work. I don't know, maybe a condition you have, maybe your goals, your lifestyle in some way. For some of you, maybe codependency. But they feel like something about you could potentially be like a lot of work, or like a big commitment, actually, instead of saying a lot of work, a big commitment. For some of you, they could feel like, or they think about you kind of walking out before it gets to the good part, if that makes sense. So it's like, with Nine of Wands, it's almost like, it's like you're at the end of the tunnel, but you can't see the light because maybe it's dark on the other side, maybe the light hasn't been switched on yet, but it's like you're at the near the end of the tunnel, but it's like you almost like give up and turn away before you kind of, reach completion, or, get to the good part, as they may say. Yeah, but for some of you, they kind of maybe think that you're walking out before it gets good, or maybe that they're walking out before it gets good. At night, they think about how strong you are, how strong you've been. For some of you, maybe they think you have a slight fear of commitment or committing to the wrong person. Um, they think a lot about maybe being clingy towards you or being a bit more clingy towards you, maybe a bit more touchy-feely with you. Um, for some of you, this is in regards to maybe being more vulnerable with you. Maybe they think about you being vulnerable with them, but I feel like it's mostly them being vulnerable with you or open with you in some way. For some of you at night, their thoughts could, go towards, worrying about you leaving them in some way. For some of you, it's like they think this connection you have or thinking about the connection you have could be slightly draining to them. It's like they think the outlook or the direction of your connection is just not positive right now. For some of you, they could feel like there's maybe a bit of a gray cloud over your connection at the moment. It's like at the moment they don't feel too enthusiastic. But it's like at night they think about them being more realistic or thinking that they need to be more realistic, maybe in regards to their approach to you, maybe more in regards to their feelings or just the reality of what your connection is. Maybe they think they need to be more, realistic, maybe in general. Yeah. Okay, so what are their thoughts in regards to you, their late night thoughts in regards to you? So we have here, seek no further, your aha moment is at hand. And we have flower, God. We have flower, and it says, pluck the weeds and plant the seeds of your most magnificent expression. Okay. For some of you, this person thinks you're the key in some way. They feel like maybe you hold some sort of answers. Maybe they believe that you are the one that would be able to kind of give them clarity, maybe on how you both move forward. But it's almost like, I don't want to say maybe it's up to you, but I don't know. It feels like it's leaning more towards what you want to do next or how you want to move forward in some way. But for others of you, it's like with flower, they think at night about nurturing you, nurturing the connection. Like flowers are beautiful, but sometimes they grow weeds, right? They grow weeds and stuff, which could, hurt the plant or whatever it is. I'm not too sure about how flowers work, to be honest. But they want to pluck the weeds, from this connection. Like if we can, this person wants to nurture the connection in some way. But I feel like they also want to express something to you also. I feel like they feel you're very beautiful. For some of you, they maybe think that you help them express themselves or understand themselves a bit more. So we have limitation is power, lean into your limitations. And we also have imagination. For some of you, this person thinks about doing something creative in order to get you or have you or to accomplish some sort of goal with you or outcome. I think for some of you, this person almost thinks about saying like, F it and kind of just going for it. It's like maybe there are blocks, maybe there are limitations, but I want to be able to lean into those limitations instead of running away from them. But for others of you, one second. So for some of you, I'm hearing like if you both were to lean into each other's limitations, that you both would maybe stronger together in some way. So what are their late night thoughts about you? So we have here bitter. For some of you, I feel like this is just in reference to maybe the connection turning sour. in some way. So we have here, please don't say no, please say yes. So for some of you, I feel like this person, their late night thoughts are maybe in regards to maybe coming up with a plan, coming up with their own, light bulb moment. And maybe it's like when they do come up with this plan, when they do figure out a realistic way to move forward, they're hoping maybe that you don't reject them, or they're hoping that you would be open in some way, or that you wouldn't be closed off to them. So for some of you, this person maybe hopes that you don't reject them in some way. So we also have, I accept you for who you are. So for some of you, I wasn't going to say this because I don't always like to bring up like, wounds and all that stuff in readings. But for some of you, it's like this person recognizes that maybe you do have some wounds, whether they be, on the surface, emotional, mental. This person is very accepting of, who you are as a whole, who you are in this moment, your past as well. Maybe for some of you, if you, they just accept you for who you are anyway. So we have him manipulated. Okay. For some of you, this person could feel like you manipulated them. I'm hearing for some of you, maybe like led them on in some way. So we have here, I'm not financially stable. One second. So what I'm hearing with this card is that they may think that you're proud in some way. I don't know what that has to do in regards to financial stability. For some of you, maybe they feel like you're generating more financial stability for yourself or in the process of doing that. So we have here, they wouldn't understand. So yeah, I don't know if there has been like any opposition or, just if you resonate with outside people involved in your connection or people who know you or who know them, just the outside, influences in terms of your connection. They think about how they wouldn't understand. Maybe they wouldn't understand how this person feels about you. Maybe the connection that you both share. Especially if it's not the usual. I don't know what that may mean, but they recognize that not everyone will understand your connection from the outside looking in, but it's like they don't care because they accept it for what it is, or they accept you for who you are, so they don't really care. I mean, for some of you, maybe they do care, but they accept that not everyone would be understanding, at least. So we have, you are the yin to my yang. So what I'm hearing with this card is that this person feels like maybe you both would be stronger if you were woven together. Maybe they feel like you're their counterpart in some way as well for some. So we have here, dance for me. So what are their late night thoughts about you? For some of you, the way you move is really beautiful. Maybe the way you walk. Maybe if this person has seen you dance, they feel like it's very beautiful. Maybe they think about you dancing for them. Maybe an erotic dance for them. For some of you guys, maybe they think about that at night. So we have, oopsie. Oh god. Okay, so we have here, you seem a little shy and I find it so endearing. So at night, they think about how endearing you are. For some of you, maybe it is your shyness or your coyness or your mystery in some way. But they do think about how endearing you are or can be. So we also have here, I'm so comfortable around you. So this person also maybe thinks about how comfortable they are around you, or how comfortable they would be around you, or how comfortable they would like to be around you. And finally, we have addictions. Okay. One second. So for some of you, this person may have addictions that they're trying to work through, or maybe, I don't know, I don't really feel like it's them seeing you as someone who has addictions, but maybe this person has, certain things that they are maybe codependent towards that they still need to work on, or that they're aware of. Maybe they're conscious about these things, but maybe it's just been a journey. Maybe learning to let these addictions go, whatever that may be for them. But yeah, that's all I have for you though, group 2. I hope this could be helpful. I hope it could resonate in some way, but I'm wishing you all the best on your journeys moving forward anyways, all right? So take care of yourselves, okay? Bye. Hello, for those of you who chose the 3rd group, welcome to your reading. So the person on your mind, what are their late night thoughts regarding you? Okay, so I'll have a look at your tarot cards first, and then we'll do this stuff. Okay, so what are the late night thoughts regarding you? So we have the 6 of Wands reversed. We have 2 of Cups upright. We have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Okay, so what are the late night thoughts about you, group 3? So the first thing I heard for some of you is that this person maybe thinks that or feels like you deserve better than them. I feel like at night they could think about how they feel like you both are maybe going around in circles, or it's like we always end up in this position. Like there hasn't been much improvement, maybe. They do think about trying again though. They think a lot about making things right between you both. For some of you, it's like what keeps them up at night is maybe feeling like they didn't do enough, maybe for you in the connection as a whole. For some of you, they maybe even feel that they didn't value or appreciate you enough, maybe while they had the chance, or maybe there's blocks now, so maybe they, don't really have the opportunity to express that to you, whatever it may be for you. For some of you, it's like they think about how they failed you in some way, or how they may have disappointed you in some way. They think a lot about how maybe their own insecurities impacted the connection that you both have, maybe even the direction your connection went in. For some of you, they could think about fame, maybe about being famous themselves, about maybe being famous with you, maybe generating some sort of fame together, or like some sort of partnership with you. It's like this person thinks that you both are interesting together. Maybe your own, unique qualities that you both have, and maybe together they feel like, it blends and it makes sense in some way. For some of you, they could think about how that maybe you're down on this connection, or maybe you're not supportive of it for some reason or in some way, or maybe not supportive of something specifically that can potentially impact the connection. This person thinks a lot about how they're maybe done hiding their feelings for you. Maybe if this person held a lot back in the past, they could be thinking about changing this, or they're kind of just thinking about how because they held back, it has maybe made things not take a turn for the worse, but like take a turn in a direction that maybe, they're not happy with the direction it's going in, and they maybe feel like it's their fault a little bit, or that they played a big part in it, or them holding back played a part in it. They do think a lot about how you both share a deep connection with one another. They could even feel like you are both meant to be together in some way, you know. For some of you, you know, if this person aligns with terms such as soulmates, you know, and stuff like that, they could definitely feel like you both could be soulmates. Like they feel like that's a potential, you know, even if the soulmates aren't really something they do, you know, think about or believe in, they you know, they could feel that kind of connection with you, whether they have a word for it or not, you know. I feel like they think about you as like as a whole, quite often, like a lot. They think about you. So they could also think a lot about how devoted you are, maybe how loving you are as well, how generous and kind you can be. Um, for some of you, they think about how they really feel like they dropped the ball in some way. Um, for some of you, they could regret not taking you seriously. For some of you, like for sleeping on you a little bit, like I don't want to say taking advantage of you, but you know, maybe thinking that you would always be not always be accessible to them, but uh I want to wait, let me see. That you wouldn't I don't want to say that they thought that you wouldn't choose yourself, but I don't know. I hope that makes sense though. For some of you, they could like almost feel like they're being stopped from being with you in some way. So whether that be from, you know, people they know, people you know, or maybe even, you know, like divine forces kind of interrupting this connection right now. But they do think a lot about maybe the interruptions this connection has had, the delays. Um, but I feel for some of you, they could feel so unlucky in a way, you know, whether this be timing or circumstances, or they just feel like they literally have bad luck, maybe in general or in regards to their connection with you. It's like maybe, yeah, they kind of maybe feel like there's just something stopping you guys maybe from being together, or for them maybe achieving some sort of outcome with you. So yeah, for some of you, they really do think like external forces are at play in your connection. Um, for some of you, like if anything has happened like significant between you both recently, they think about this being like an unwelcome change. Like they don't like it. They're not liking the energy maybe between you both, or you know, the vibe of this connection at the moment. And it doesn't, it feels like it just doesn't sit right with them, you know. But yeah, let's see, I don't know. So what are we doing? Their thoughts about you, their late night thoughts about you. Okay, so we have dog, and it says here, be your own best friend. And we also have car, get into the driver's seat of your life. So for some of you, again, there's that message of maybe this person didn't think that you would choose you at some point, or that you wouldn't, you know, be your own best friend, and I don't know, just like nurture yourself in some way, or turn your attention inwards, perhaps. So I feel like this person could think a lot about being your friend. Maybe like before they were approaching it like, you know, as being romantic or wanting, you know, some other thing from you. But it's like now they think a lot about being your friend. I feel like they think about being your lover and your friend. Do you know that song? It literally came to my head. I can't remember what it's called, but I just remember the lines lovers and friends. Like we'll be lovers and friends. I don't know. I think it's like by Usher. I don't know. Anyways, so yeah. For some of you, they could think about maybe getting a pet with you, maybe getting a dog with you at some point. For some of you, they also think about taking control of this situation, get into the driver's seat of your life. Maybe being more action oriented, less fantasizing, more doing maybe, or just being more action oriented in general and taking control of the situation in some way. Oh, okay, so we also have here accepting challenges, trust your inner resources, and we have heart of the matter, align life's pathways through the heart. Okay. So I feel like this person thinks about, moving forward with you despite the challenges that may be there. For some of you, this person could be learning to trust themselves as well, but I do feel like they do want to get to the source of whatever the problem may be, or the point of tension may be between you both. Just like maybe they think about getting clarity. So we have here, you are so fudging sexy. So this person also thinks about how good looking you are, maybe how sexy and attractive they find you. We have here balls deep. So for some of you, this could be in regards to like emotionally deep, maybe how emotionally deep they already feel connected to you. But others of you, this could be in regards to maybe intimacy. Um, so we have nothing will stand in my way. It's kind of like giving me the same energy as accepting challenges. So it's like no matter what challenges or potential challenges could be like ahead in this connection, maybe this person is maybe gearing themselves up or maybe somewhat dedicated to overcoming those challenges nonetheless. For some of you, this person maybe thinks about how loyal they are to you. Maybe they have a sense of loyalty towards you in some way as well. So we also have I've been through some stuff. For some of you, this person maybe thinks about all the, BS that you have been through in your life, unfortunately. So we have here, you need to let this go. So for some of you, they feel like maybe you're trying to let them go or you're trying to disconnect from them in some sort of way, maybe create some sort of distance or boundaries. So we have here unpredictable. For some of you, I'm hearing like this person could want to accept or acknowledge that they have been unpredictable in some way, maybe even inconsistent for some of you. So we also have here, I masturbate to the thought of you. So for some of you, this person maybe thinks about you when they're feeling a bit ornery. So we have here, I plan to make your whole body smile. So this person really does have some intimate thoughts about you, about maybe making you happy, pleasing you in some way, maybe being sensual towards you. We have here also, I hope you can understand. One second. So I hope you can understand the Knight of Wands. For some of you, this is more so like they hope you can maybe hear them out in some way. And maybe when, if you do hear them out, that maybe you could both come to some sort of understanding. So we also have here, is it worth it? For some of you, maybe at times they do question whether or not maybe something in this connection is worth it, or moving forward in this connection, or something that you're more aware of. But yeah, that's all I have for you though, group 3. I hope it could resonate, I guess. I hope it could make sense for you. I hope it could be helpful. But I'm wishing you all the best on your journeys moving forward, all right? So take care of yourselves. Bye.